Well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
On the set.
94 is the mark. I got him. Check.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there right off the bat. 51 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. G. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Check 31.
Christian, travel.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Let's go.
Throwing again. G. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. G.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
I got one. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's coming.
Protein spill.
Watch safety creeping.
Hey.
Safety's creeping.
Fight.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Switch. Check 3.
Hey, Charlie. Yo, go. Get it.
Here's Sanders from the gun on 3rd down. And it's caught by Parker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Check 15. Check 15.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, G. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Slam, 61, matchbox lights. Hey, wahoo! Ready?
Sanders throwing on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Check 26. Check 26.
Hey, Alpha. Check it out.
Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw is Sanders. On 3rd down. This short throw caught by Goddard. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Ready. Pilot, 64, weak.
Switch up. Switch up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line. Check 24, check 24. 6 guard, check 6 guard.
Go.
You kill it, motion me out.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Next to score, Eagles 14, Lions 3. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on first and 10. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Back to throw. G, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand, oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10.
It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, A well-deserved seat on the bench. A little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Operating from the gun. G. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. G. The open man is Smith. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, G. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the gun on 3rd down. G to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to throw. Sanders. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Check 80 weapon.
switch. Check safety, check safety.
Go, go. Ready, ready.
Sanders now throwing on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Matchbox lights.
Check, 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 check. Mike,
Down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, Haywood. Go.
Now Sanders to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Looking to throw. Sanders into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Hey.
59, Mike.
Get it.
Here's Sanders looking to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for the Eagles. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Number 53, Mike 53. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll run on 1st down. Branch. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back. Pilot. 64. Weak. Hey. Orbit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
I think someone's going to get in the QB1s here when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned.
He's got daylight. The 30, 20, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Back to throw. G, and this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 42. They'll try the left side. Branch. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
Hey, Charlie.
Second and 6. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Watch the defense.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Check 3, check 3.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey!
Go get him! Go get him!
Spike!
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, echo!
Check, check. I got 19, I got 19. Tight dog, tight dog, tight
Yo,
dog.
yo, yo, go! Go! Hit it!
Sanders to throw on second down. Open man is Arcega Whiteside. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Eagles first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
On the set.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. SOS.
Get it!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Lions 21. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
What really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working. That means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
No gain on this defense.
Go. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark. Get your step.
Operating from the gun. G. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9.
Look at me. Zip. Lead grip.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he's flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Topper!
Kill.
Go. 5.
To throw is Sanders on 3rd and 2. Open man is Anderson. But I think the ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point forthcoming. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Lions 40, Eagles 28.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Let's go. Get it.
Sanders now on 1st down. Pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Tight right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Hey. High 7. Go.
Now Sanders throwing again. And this is Parker, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Go. Hey.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Sanders. And Graham's got it. Complete.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Hey, box drop.
2nd and 1. A beautiful fake. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Hey, orbit. Crunch.
Ready? From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a second down.
Hey, team 6.
53, Mike.
Back to throw. Sanders. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Hey, exit.
Watch the pass. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Out.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's Sanders to throw on third down. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Watch the twist.
Hey, Echo.
Sanders throwing on fourth down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Check nickel.
22 jet bombers. Hey, wahoo!
Looking to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. In other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Looking to throw on second down. It's caught. Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, defense, let's
Smooth.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Here we go, D. Here I come, here I come.
They go.
On fourth down, And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And again this time to the tailback. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Ready?
To throw is Sanders. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he comes back with one complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with time running out, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Topper! Topper! Hey, Zoo! Yep, the motion. Zoo!
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play.